Hello everyone, it's Jamie and welcome back to my channel. I am here today on April 30th because of Maynia. This year, because the Facebook group Stitch Maynia is closing, I decided that I would actually participate in Maynia. So for anyone who doesn't know, Maynia is something where it was created, I can't remember how many years ago, and the whole plan was you did new starts in the month of May. Some people did new starts from like the 1st to the 15th. Some people did starts like every other day. Like there's been a lot of ways that it's been done. And I had never really done new starts in May before because I already have a lot of things started and they're pretty large. So I just kind of like meh. But this year I'm going in. I have 4 things that are for sure starts. And then I have 2 that are maybe starts if I buy fabric. Then I'll be starting them, but I'm not sure yet if I want to start them. So we are going to start with the smaller charts and then work our way up to the larger charts. And so the first chart that is on my list of starts is Game Boy Zelda, which was it was from an Etsy shop called, I think, Cross Stitch Salon, but that shop is no longer open, and she has a new shop. I'm not sure what the name of it is, but I don't think that the chart is on there. I checked today and I couldn't find it, so I don't think it's available. So I am stitching this on a 14 count plastic canvas here, and then after you stitch it you can like cut it out and then it looks like a little Game Boy basically with Zelda. So there's that. And then my second new start is going to be Opening Gambit by Long Dog Sampler. I saw this chart when it was released and I fell in love, and I knew that I needed to start it even though I already have 2 Long Dog Samplers started, so it's kind of a problem, but like it's a good problem. And so I'm going to be stitching this on 18 count sparkly fabric, which is here. I don't know how well you'll be able to see the sparkles, but they're there. So there's that. And then I will be stitching using a purple floss that I dyed myself. So here's the floss. This was a leftover natural silk from when I stitched Castles in the Air by Long Dog Sampler, and I did not know what to do with all the natural silk that is left, so I decided to dye it purple and decided that I would use it for this because why not? I still have quite a bit. There is more than just this left. There is also this big bunch, so there are those 2. And then the next 2 charts are full coverage charts because I love the full coverage charts apparently. So the first one is called, I think it's called Myerasalome by Nene Thomas. I'll put the name of the chart in the description. Like the name is confusing. Me and my sister Janelle always just referred to it as the flower dress. Like when I was looking at it, she was like, oh, you're gonna get the flower dress chart? Maybe I'll get the flower dress chart. I don't know. And so the flower dress is what we tend to call it because the name is long. And yeah, so I will be stitching that on 27 count Linda, which I've never stitched on before, but I decided I wanted to try it after I watched whose video? I think it was Priscilla and Chelsea, their videos, Stitching with the Housewives. I was watching them. They talked about 27 count and I was like, I would like to try. And so here, I have the fabric ready. I am going to be starting from the top of the chart in the very center. And then I figured that way I can work down or I can work out to the sides. And so there's that one. I think this is actually going to be the first chart that I start tonight because my sister texted me today about Maynia because she's doing Maynia. And she was like, so should we do this based off of Eastern time? And I was like, okay, because we live on the West Coast. We're in Washington, so we're on Pacific time. And so yeah, we're starting Maynia Eastern time. So new starts tonight. So there's that. And then the last for sure chart that I'm starting is Snow Cherries by Maxine Gadd. Her charts can be purchased from Imaginarium Cross Stitch. I will have it linked down below. And she is having a sale this weekend. I think the code for the sale was like April. She sent an email out, so if you're not subscribed to like her newsletter, you can sign up for her newsletter. And yeah, she's having a sale, 40% off this weekend, code April. So I will be also stitching it on 27 count Linda, and I'll be doing both of I'll be doing this one and the what is it? There is a YouTube video where it actually has the pronunciation for the name.
Severial.
Hold on.
Severius.
Where is it?
Myerasalome.
Myerasalome. I will be stitching Myerasalome and Snow Cherries, both 10 stitch. So yeah, and I will be starting both of them in the center of the top row. Yeah, they are ready to go. I will probably start Snow Cherries later in May because I'm already starting one full coverage at the beginning. So then after this one, I will probably start one of the smaller ones like Game Boy Zelda or Opening Gambit, so that I have a break from like big full coverage and then go back to this. So there's that. Those are my for sure starts. And then the other thing too that I'm just going to say is that the Nene Thomas and the Maxine Gad charts all work in Pattern Keeper, because I know that some people have questions about charts that aren't like from bigger companies like Haid and stuff, like if they work in Pattern Keeper. They worked in Pattern Keeper. I'm trying to think if I had to put the floss numbers in. One of the charts I might have had to put the floss numbers in myself, but I think there was an update where they fixed that, so you shouldn't have to put the floss numbers in yourself, but I'm not entirely sure. But they work, and that's what matters. So the things that are possible new starts is Elf Queen, which is also by Maxine Gad. And I don't know, for some reason I really love the Maxine Gad charts, even though most of them are just like faces that look very intense, but I like them. And so if I stitch that, it would probably be on a 28 count even weave, but like I said, I would need to get fabric. And then the other possible start is the Alice in Wonderland stitch along from Owl Forest embroidery, if I can say words. And that chart is one where it's not fully out yet. It's a stitch along. It's being released every 2 weeks on Friday, I think. And so I'm not sure what it's going to look like, but I love Alice in Wonderland, and so I'm kind of really wanting to stitch that too. And because it's not full coverage, it would be a nice change to have something that's not full coverage to break up all the full coverage charts that I do already have, but we'll see what happens and how much time I have. Because I also have been knitting recently, and that's part of why I haven't been making videos, is because I haven't been cross-stitching as much. Like, hold on. We'll do a brief knitting. I made a crop top. Oh yes, I don't remember what the pattern is. I had it listed on my Instagram. I could find it to have it linked below, but I made this, and I used yarn from So Livy Dyes Yarn, and this was the January color of the month for the Lore Olympus, and I love it. And then I also made another crop top. I apparently just love crop tops, so I made this one. And this was from Knit Picks Hawthorne in the color Rockaway, and this was the Sub Pop Tee from Sarah Gordon on Ravelry. So I've been knitting, and that is part of why I haven't been making updates. But yeah, so those are my Maynia plans. I will hopefully be doing updates on YouTube. I will for sure be doing updates on Instagram, because that's just easier to do when there's kids around. They are home now. And so yeah, I think that is all for now. I hope everyone has been doing well and has been getting through the craziness that has been life the past year. So thank you all for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and I will be back hopefully soon. Bye.